Hello, everyone. You are watching Test Chamber, Game Informer show that takes a look at new releases each week. We usually try to get in as many as we can. Obviously, we didn't get to Injustice last week. Sorry, we were on deadline. I'm your host, Andrew Reiner. Ben Reeves is sitting here with me.
Hello.
Ben, I didn't know you were a big Star Trek fan.
Big. I eat Star Trek.
Huge Star Trek fan.
Yeah,
there's photoshops of you in the office. Like
That's not a Photoshop. That's me in Star Trek.
you were in Star Trek.
Yeah. I did a 5-year mission.
Wow. Okay. I think they had that Vegas thing set up, the Star Trek experience. Were you just hanging out at the bar there and just kind of running that ride?
It looks familiar. It looks similar to that thing in Vegas. A lot like it, actually. Quark's Bar. But yeah, that's where I was.
And you've been playing this game the last 2 days. Obviously, Namco didn't send it to us until release day. We ended up having to run out and grab a copy. You've been playing co-op with Luis, our one of our interns. And what do you think so far? Let's kick this off.
Yeah,
here.
I'll just jump right into it. It's fun. It's a good co-op experience. It's also a single-player experience, but the co-op is designed for co-op, so you can play either Kirk or Spock. I'm going to go Kirk, obviously.
Wait, why is that obviously?
Obviously, right? Because he's so
Spock's awesome
he's so
too,
British.
though.
No, they're both really cool. We'll just do offline. You can't play with us, community. Sorry.
And what's the difference between the two characters?
Well, actually, that's what I'm going to say is they both offer different experiences, slightly different experiences, but they're both cool in different ways, where Kirk's very brash and he's the cowboy. Spock's very logical, but also, really capable in his own ways, very logical. I think practically, so it's a shooter.
Wait, is this Gears of War? Or are you like...
Yeah, just jump right into it. You're fighting
This looks like exactly like a level from Gears of War 1 or 2.
You're
where you
fighting
go underground.
dinosaurs. It totally does. Where's those snakes?
Did you skip a cutscene or something?
No. You're
just
supposed to jump right in and be like, what's going on?
You're in a cave.
It's crazy. Wait. Grenade. Oh gosh, they're eating us.
What is going on in this game?
Okay. It's all okay.
Okay, so it gets off to a really confusing and weird start.
We're just like Star Trek. They took a grenade to the face. They're okay. They don't look happy about it, though.
Wait, he's not supposed to show emotion. Did they mix up their faces?
Uh-oh. They're very upset with each other for that grenade that got thrown at them.
Wait a minute.
This is just like Spock's going through the Ponfar. Remember that episode?
Yeah, that's when he's in heat,
where he gets
right?
horny. Yeah. Oh! Wait, but...
Oh, man.
It is your move, Captain. I'm aware of that, Mr. Spock.
8 hours earlier. Oh, my gosh.
So they're playing a dumb version of chess. This is a thing from Star Trek's history.
Your choice was valid, Captain.
It's called dumb chess.
I always wanted to play that chess, but I don't think there might be actual rules to it now, but I think when they first introduced it, it was just like some weird... Hey, what are they going to play in the future? Obviously chess with like 8
We have
boards.
received an emergency signal from a nearby space station. Please report to the bridge at once.
Shall we finish the game later, or do you concede defeat?
Pretty cocky
No
there.
better than that by now, Spock. I never concede.
All right. Here's a fun little moment. Kirk, what a cheater. So this was like designed and with and written in conjunction with Paramount. They kind of got a lot of the J.J. Abrams team on board to help like dream it up. They got all the sound effects guys. They got materials that they use. They got the voice actors on board. So
The likenesses of all the characters.
the likenesses. The hair looks really good, I think.
It's going to be a big point in your review.
Yeah.
Check out that hair on Kirk.
Kirk's hair. They really got Kirk's hair.
There was a weird alien. Hey, he made out with her in
Main chick.
the first movie, right?
Hey, what's up? You have your tricorder here. You can scan things. And let's go to the bridge.
Well, that's cool. You get to walk around the ship.
What's going on down there?
Yeah, it's kind of limited, at least what I've experienced so far.
Star is making communications difficult, but the station appears to be in some sort of distress.
Check off readings.
They're operating on emergency power and are struggling to maintain altitude.
So you can see everybody looks like they do in the J.J. Abrams movie.
Captain, they have issued a request for immediate evacuation.
Then let's help them out. Mr. Scott, prepare transporters.
I wouldn't recommend it, sir. Those stars are giving off too much interference. Unless we achieve manual
Looks a little
we might
smushed.
fry those little guys.
And we'll get him out the old-fashioned way. Prepare my shuttle, meet me in the bay.
Aye, aye, sir.
You big Star Trek fan, Rainer?
I am. I'm huge into it.
But you are still a Starfleet captain.
So obviously Spock has a problem with this. He doesn't want Kirk going down alone.
But then I'd miss all the fun.
Sir, the more prudent choice would be to stay on the Enterprise and wait for a response to our hails.
Oh, you're right. Lieutenant Uhura, any response to our hails?
None, sir.
No, looks like I'm going.
Ugh, Kirk, he's so brash.
So the writing's pretty good then?
The writing has its moments.
Okay.
I think.
Elaborate, please.
Well, I like the little touches, like the Kirk cheating at chess, you know, and I like some of the dialogue between the two.
Ready, Captain.
Some of
Do you
it.
think it's wise to go yourself? I'm sure me and
There you go. Some of the
Don't worry,
scenes
Scott.
between the actors, it feels like they maybe rushed through the recording process somewhat.
Like they didn't have him in the studio for long. One take or two.
Yeah. It's like, I know these guys are better than this because they were in the movie. Now we're in suits. And now we're going to hop on the shuttle bay,
Nice.
shuttlecraft, and go over.
I like seeing all of this ship here. This is great.
Yeah, it's really cool just for Star Trek fans to just kind of wander around the ship and like go explore the world.
Picking up high levels of radiation from two binary stars.
Oh, space
They
station.
really got to quit parking their ships right next to suns.
There's two suns. So there's this satellite array. They're trying to collect energy from the suns, but something's gone wrong, and so that's why Kirk and Spock are going to board the station and kind of find out. It's a Vulcan crew. They're going to try to see if they can rescue the crew.
Seems like you should probably send in some lower level people.
Yeah, let's send our two most important officers into this dangerous
Yeah.
situation.
You know, just send Barack Obama out to go investigate stuff, right?
Well, yeah, he went out, right?
Right.
He was in the war.
This is developed by Digital Extremes. They have a long history of making games. They worked on Unreal games, pinball games. They did the multiplayer in BioShock 2. How is the gameplay? How's the combat?
The combat's solid. It's they're definitely trying to do a lot, and so there's shooting sections which you already saw. There's sections where you're like climbing on stuff, which we'll see up here, kind of like Uncharted style. It seems like they're going for a very like big action adventure game. I don't want to spoil everything, but they kind of go out and do other things. There's like hacking games with your tricorder where you try to hack into doors. There's mini games, and those are actually extremely rough. Maybe one of the more frustrating elements. But the shooting feels good. You can upgrade your weapons. You can unlock new stuff.
Do they use actual guns? Or is it mostly phasers?
There's a bunch of different guns. You always have your phaser. Is like your base weapon, but then you have weapons from like Starfleet rifles and stuff. You have Vulcan plasma rifles. The main enemy in this game is the Gorn, and so you pick up a bunch of different Gorn weapons. There's like a Gorn shotgun that I really like. They don't call it the shotgun. It's like called the Marauder or something, but it's a shotgun. And each weapon has its different alternate fire. So the shotgun, I think, is also a grenade launcher. And then your phaser, you can set that to stun if you want. And oh, here we go. Gonna pry open some door with Spock. So you can stun dudes and then run up and like punch them. So you have separate objectives in missions. Like say one objective might be you're going and clearing out this ship, and you get a commendation if you don't actually kill everybody, if you just stun them. And so you get like bonus points for that.
Do Spock and Kirk have different objectives?
No, they have the same. But sometimes you'll have like, for instance, a section they've shown is like Kirk gets hurt, his leg gets hurt, and so Spock has to help him get to the med bay. So Spock carries Kirk, and he's the one actually leading the two, and Kirk is actually firing at guys. So most of the time it's just your co-op partners going through a level, but occasionally the action will sort of switch up on it, and you'll do something where the two of you are doing different things. So here's an example of the hacking game. You have to line up the different wavelengths. See if we can find. Here it is.
So if you're doing co-op, would I be doing one of these, and would you be doing the other one? Or is it always just one player?
Not in this particular example of a hacking game, but there are hacking minigames where you have to work together. And then, okay, so we can use our tricorder to kind of scan around. There's I think there's an audio log.
Let's see what we've got here.
Oh, yeah. Vulcan
Okay, so you can
hypo
learn
spray.
about
you can go in
hypo
here.
spray.
Yep, tells you a little bit about stuff.
Okay.
I guess that's not the audio log, but there are audio logs in here that tell you a little bit of the backstory of what's going on in the station, what they're doing.
So the Star Trek movies, it's adventure. There's usually a big mystery afoot, stuff like that. And the shows, like what's up with this anomaly, stuff like that. Is this mostly just action, or is there like something big that you're, MacGuffin that you're kind of going after?
There becomes a MacGuffin. So I don't want to ruin too much of if people are actually interested in playing it, but you get into the station and Vulcans have settled on a new planet called New Vulcan. Like if you
clever
watch,
Vulcans. Very clever.
They're super clever. New Vulcan, and they're in order to terraform the planet, they're building up. Spock looks like he really knocked himself out there. So this is an example of like you two getting separated. So if you're playing co-op, Spock's trying to make his way up the ledge up there, and Kirk's making his way over here.
They just take this from Star Wars 1313.
Oh yeah. Maybe 1313 took it from there.
Yeah, because the reason I asked about the MacGuffin is the beginning of the game, it looked like the big buildup was how do they come to fighting each other, right? Like that's what they teased,
exactly.
and then it's just kind of thrown into it. So there is something cool going on then.
So here's an example of like, I need to help Spock because he's kind of stuck over there. In order for him to keep climbing, I'm going to have to hack this arm right there and shut it down.
Oh, that's cool.
So now he can continue on up. But the story is anyway, the Vulcans settling on New Vulcan, and they are, in order to terraform the planet, they're using this device that's really powerful, and somebody steals that device, and it's kind of like a doomsday-like weapon. And so Kirk has to go and basically save the world. Save the universe. And get that weapon back. I don't want to say any more, but...
And does it tie in with the second movie?
I haven't seen the second movie
Or is
yet.
it just kind of that universe, kind of a new story in that universe?
I don't think it does. I think it's kind of like here's between the two movies what could have happened. I think it's its own plot.
This is kind of cool. Lots of stuff going on.
So far it's been fun. There's definitely some rough bits, you can probably tell. There's a duck here.
Yeah, outside of the minigames, what would you describe rough?
I had a few points where it's frozen on me so far. I've had some texture flickering. The AI sometimes gets stuck in areas.
Like enemy AI, or would Spock get stuck somewhere?
Enemy AI and Spock, yeah. Spock running around on his own. It's better if you play it with a co-op partner who's actually intelligent.
And many of our top scientists are trapped in the transporter room on the other side of the station. We cannot simply abandon them.
That Vulcan has a lot of style with his beard. That's a nice looking beard.
I'm going to become a Vulcan someday.
I'm afraid that may prove impossible.
Vulcans and beards.
Just got to shut down that heart, Ben Reeves. I don't think you could do that. You got a big heart.
I've been trying to remove my tear ducts. I think that's where your emotions come from, right?
Yeah, you use some glue.
Some
Just
glue?
kind of fill them up, yeah.
Just seal them over. Some liquid concrete.
Any other words of advice? Try to live long and prosper.
See, a little live long and prosper joke there? Alright, I think I'm getting close to where I can shoot some dudes. So we can show that. Some phaser action. There's a section too where you're like, you remember that section in the first movie where you're like falling towards the planet?
Mm-hmm.
They have a section like that where
Halo jumping or whatever.
Halo,
space jump.
Kirk are like flying through space.
Yeah,
and that's pretty fun.
I want to see you shoot something.
Well, you did at the beginning, man. Remember that?
Well, I was so confused at that point. I was terrified of what was happening.
You remember the Gorn, though, the lizard creatures from the original show that Kirk hilariously fought?
That's like one of the greatest battles of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Don't call it hilarious.
You saw the trailer for this, right? With the actual
that's
William
great.
Shatner? One of the best trailers ever.
You battle them most of the time, or are there other... Would that be a spoiler to kind of go into who else you fight?
I'm saying there are diverse enemies. I'll say that. The Gorn is the main enemy. But it's not like just one lizard creature. They have like multiple. It's kind of like maybe the Covenant, where they have different types of Gorn. All right, here we go. Run, 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 run.
Are you gonna die?
Better not.
Yeah, and what are the controls like here? Obviously, there's a little cover mechanic. Is there evasive rolls, stuff like that?
Yeah, you can roll. You can dive. I think you can't roll unless you're in combat.
Yeah,
But I can.
beautiful.
You can see that icon over there to the left. I can press B and I'd roll over there, take cover. That's really helpful in combat.
Go, 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 go,
Oh,
go,
boy.
go.
I can make it.
Oh my god. Well, he's okay, folks.
You can see top right, you have a health bar, and then you also have a shield, which recharges.
So you're in no danger here.
Basically, Halo.
I believe it was yours, sir. Right.
And are they talking pretty much the whole way through the game?
Yeah, there's banter. They have a love-hate relationship. They're like the Odd Couple in space. All right, now this one's pretty funny. The way they open this door together. Watch them like squeeze through. Wait, stop.
They had it down before. What were they
I don't
doing?
know what that is. That's so weird.
Lieutenant, we have reached the station's core. We seek whatever further assistance you can provide.
This looks pretty cool. Like,
The
they really went
design
for
of
it.
this area is really cool.
Does it kind of fall apart after this? Is it just a great intro, or is there a lot of this like technology and kind of scripted events and stuff like that going on?
Oh, no, I would say it continues on. You know, I kind of wish that maybe they'd... I don't know if it was a timing thing or what, because I know they've been working on this for a couple of years. Maybe a finance thing. I feel like there's like I said, the rough areas are fairly rough. And if they'd had enough time to polish it out, they would have had a really cool game. So Spock, if you're playing this co-op, Spock's running off to go hack something and stop this thing from moving. And then I'm going to shoot this lock. And that stops the rings from moving around.
Success, Captain. We must repeat.
And now we can go do it again on the next ring. So it's like little things like this, which are actually kind of just cool, clever ways for the two players to work together and not do the exact same thing.
From what you've seen so far, would you say if you can play it co-op?
I would say, yeah, if you can play it co-op, play it co-op.
And it's got local co-op, so you can do split screen, or you can play it on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network or on PC.
Yep,
And
yeah, you can do split screen. I mean, online, so you can have your own screen is obviously better. I think Spock's going to hack that thing.
And the game's out now in advance of the new movie coming out, Star Trek Into Darkness, which I'm really excited about.
One of us will need to stop the ring so
And Ben, I know you're still reviewing it, but what are some of your thoughts on it at this point? Like your reservations, things that you hope change, anything like that, or you want to see more of?
Look at Kirk just running, or Spock just running around. Okay, I'm going to tell Spock to do this. Activate that, Spock. You know, I'm not completely settled on like a score yet. I would say if you're a big Star Trek fan, check it out. Maybe rent it or something. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a super long experience, maybe 10 hours or so, which is good. It's fine. It's a good like introduction to like the universe and the world and like the movie that's coming out.
And it doesn't have like competitive multiplayer, right? It's just co-op.
Yeah, it's kind of getting me excited for the movie though too. At the same time, I'm like, all right, this is fun. I wonder if Spock's gonna hit that again, or if I have to tell him to do this.
Well, this looks like it's going to take some time. Thank you, Ben, for coming down here and showing us this brief look at the game. And thank you all for watching. Again, the game's out now. And if you're still not sold on it, Ben's review should be up in the next few days as soon as he finishes it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Perhaps a phaser blast would release the mechanism.